Welcome to ZKast, everyone. I'm Zeus Kerravala from ZK Research, and I'm here at GTC 2026 in San Jose, Nvidia's AI conference. I'm at the Cisco stand. It's a really busy stand. So I'm here with a couple of great thought leaders, Ryan DiRocco, CTO for Cumulus AI, and Sai Natarajan from Cisco. Before we get into some of the content, just a quick intro. Everyone knows who Cisco is, but what your role is at Cisco?
So I run products for our data center switching, which is primarily focused on the Nexus product family, focused on silicon and systems.
Okay, and Ryan, your role, and then who Cumulus AI is?
So I'm the CTO at Cumulus AI. Cumulus AI is a neocloud focused on distributed inference-focused infrastructure. So not hyperscale, but hyperspeed.
Yeah, and I think one of the themes of the show this year was moving AI from pilots to production, or vision to reality, however you want to call it, right? Complexity remains, still a pretty big barrier, right? And so how are you two working together to try and make things a little simpler for customers?
Yeah, so I mean, one of the biggest challenges is how you piece together all these moving parts within the AI ecosystem, and Cisco has been a great partner helping us architect the network architecture. Really, I hate to use the word, but it's kind of fun internally to connect the plumbing for all these tremendous AI workloads. Yeah. So all of the east-west interconnect, all these tremendous data sets to support our training clusters, our distributed clusters.
And for Cisco, I think the way we break the complexity is all about offering the diversity, right? So I think we have diversity at each one of the layers, like whether it is a silicon layer, system layer, the software, or the operating model. And also, we are at the GTC conference, like the whole partnership that we have with Nvidia and everything that based on reference architectures, like especially the NCP reference architecture, which makes neoclouds like Cumulus AI, make it easy to deploy and more reliable.
Yeah, now, I think one of the terms everyone's using now is AI factory, right? And Ryan, from your perspective, what is the biggest point of friction that customers are facing today as they try and move and deploy these AI factories?
I mean, one of the biggest challenges I think has really come to light in the market is the challenge of access to the infrastructure and capacity, all the supply chain constraints. So the ability to bring those assets online so that they can realize that AI breakthrough or move into an operational phase. Right now, the biggest constraint truly is that access to capacity.
Yeah, and Sai, how is the partnership with Cisco's big company? Obviously, lots of infrastructure, but now when you partner with a company like Cumulus, who's a lot more agile, right? How does that help shorten that time to market?
No, absolutely, and again, we serve the enterprise customers, but if you look at a lot of the enterprise customers, for them, the return of the investment and things are moving so fast when it comes to AI, it is all about getting it from the neoclouds, right? And I think Cumulus AI, with the whole notion of the hyperspeed.
Yeah, and Ryan, you operate in the neocloud space, obviously, and so where speed is everything.
It is.
Right, and so I know you've got a partnership with Cisco, right? And so how are you leveraging, the network fabric to make sure that when customers use those GPUs stay busy, right? And you don't see that performance cliff that you do frankly, in some of the cloud deployments that I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest piece right now has been the time to market, so the ability of Cisco to deliver the platform so that we can get those assets online quickly and available, but then beyond that, the performance measurement, the telemetry, the cloud-based management. So as we look at, as a distributed company, we're not deploying in these very large-scale sites. They're oftentimes smaller tranches of distributed compute, maybe up to a 2 megawatt in size. So the ability to have that cloud management layer on top where we can rapidly roll out, deploy, and have consistent management and intelligence across the platform is absolutely critical.
Yeah, and one of the other points Jensen made was that we're now entering the inferencing era, right? And so that's, from a network traffic standpoint, that's a lot different than training, right? There's a lot more, traffic everywhere. And so for customers that are going through their architectures right now and trying to figure out how I optimize AI and move into this agentic world, what are a lot of the considerations they need to make in networking to make sure that as they do move down this agentic path, they're going to get the performance they want?
It's a dramatic difference when you're talking about kind of the east-west traffic that exists in these large-scale training clusters and what inference means, or distributed inference at the edge. So we go back to kind of some classical networking elements and paradigms are talking about edge security and edge latency, so the ability to access the rest of these distributed networks becomes key. So it's not all about simply capacity or port capacity or terabit scale, but it's how can you actually have infrastructure that drives low latency architecture, interconnectivity. So it's not just data center backend platform switching, it's full routing capabilities and security capabilities as you're being deployed forward out at the edge. Those are things that are critically important as it's transitioned to business inference, not just frontier training that can occur kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah, and just to add, I think from Cisco perspective, it is all about the use cases, right? Like, so as we go into the inferencing again, like we work very closely with our enterprise customers. What is really going to give them the ROI and the outcomes is like the use cases. Like, so we work with different verticals and different use cases, and then also work very closely with neoclouds such as Cumulus AI, like to reduce that time to value for the enterprise customers, because then you're not just looking at it as an infrastructure, but then you also have the use cases to go along with it.
So on behalf of Sai Natarajan and Ryan DiRocco, I'm Zeus Kerravala from ZK Research, saying thanks for watching. Give us a like and also hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time on my next episode of ZKast.